What's up, everybody? Nick the Comic Nerd here. Gonna do my Friday Read of the Week video. I'm gonna give you a couple of grades because I only had 5. I had 6 new books, but one of them was a cover buy. If you saw my Nick's Picks video, I picked up Catwoman 32 as a cover buy, that beautiful Jenny Frison cover. So like I said, we'll go into the grades. I'll give you my Read of the Week. I only had 5 books, so I'm gonna break down each book for you a little bit. Hopefully everybody enjoys it that way. Let me know what your Read of the Week was down in the comments. Climbing for that 200 subscriber mark. I think I'm less than 20 away now, so when we get there, we'll do a giveaway. I'm also going to try and do a random bell notification giveaway, possibly this weekend. I know I keep saying it, but finding the time for it's just a little bit hard right now with work and everything. So hang tight. Let's get into some grades. Alright, you guys. So the first book I read was Legends of the Dark Knight, issue number 2. Issue number 1 was so good. It ended up where the Joker ended up getting a bunch of police officers poisoned. So Batman ended up using a ton of his the reverse Joker toxin and gave them to the police officers. He left half a vial for him and himself, and the Joker and him fell into like a river or the water. So it ended up going off where Batman and him are just sitting there, and him and the Joker are going back and forth, and the Joker just won't shut up, and Batman knocks him out cold. Batman takes the remaining half, but feels the toxin kicking in, and then Joker ends up getting like a little drop because Batman felt nice and was going to bring him in too. So Jim Gordon ends up calling Batman when they return, and Batman is super tired. He kind of keeps talking about it, which is pretty cool because we're seeing like a little bit of the older side of Bruce Wayne / Batman again. And he's like, oh, I have this little clue from the Riddler, and Batman instantly notices it's not the Riddler, and we end up meeting a new character called Quiz. So excited to see where that leads. She has him captured. We'll see where that goes in issue number 3. Alright, you guys, so then I read Silver City, issue number 2. This is a really good Aftershock story. This girl on the cover, her name is Rue. She's basically in, like, purgatory or in like, hell. I think it's purgatory, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure. And she's got this group of friends, and what happens is their eyes are either white, black, or gray if they're truly dead. If you still have, like, a pupil with some color to it, chances are, like, you're in, like, a vegetated state, or you're still alive upstairs, they're calling it. So that's why I think they're all going to hell. When I look at Rue, I don't see any color. I see color to her eyes, but she says in this one that her eyes are gray. So maybe she is truly dead, but there's a little girl in the story following them around, and she's like nervous and everything because somebody is trying to help them now. And the little girl has her eyes normally still, so you kind of see in here that she's in a vegetated state, like in a coma. So it's really sad, but we'll see if they can save her or not, because now it seems to be the mission. Alright, you guys, so we're getting to my only book that wasn't an A. So I gave Legends of the Dark Knight an A. I gave Silver City 2 an A. This is Planet-Size X-Men. I love the cover. I am giving this cover of the week, but this was a B for me. I didn't know that when I started reading this that I have a feeling, I could be wrong because I don't read enough X-Men, that this is a continuation of a story or like the end of a story, and it was a cool story, don't get me wrong. But to be honest, it just wasn't up my alley because I just didn't know enough about it. So that was the hard thing, but I thought the story was great. Like I said, it just kept kind of going back to what felt like something I didn't know. So good read, great artwork, cool idea, cool concept, just not up my alley. Ladies and gentlemen, it has come to an end. Venom 200 or Venom 35, the final issue written by Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. I don't know if he's staying with it when Al Ewing takes over. I'm going to guess he's not. My guess is that he is going to go over to the Hulk series with Donny Cates, but that's okay. I'm going to try both of them out. I gave this an A. I think I honestly gave this an A because of how much I loved the series and how, like, when I first got into comics, I picked up Venom 1 with Lee Price a long time ago. So to me, I think that's super awesome. This was very good. I gave it an A, like I said. It could be B-worthy, to be honest. It was a slow burn. But I think exactly what everybody expected to happen in this happened. They ended it really well. I understand why Venom 9, the first appearance of Dylan Brock, has shot up. I'll just say that. I'm not going to spoil this for anybody. But yeah, this was really cool. It was so sad to read it and realize like the journey is over for right now, but it'll pick back up. Comic books will go on. Marvel will go on. Venom will go on. We are Venom. Leaving one book left from my 6 books, even though I'm showing you 5, because like I said, that Jenny Frison cover, I'm not going to read it. My read of the week was Berserker 3. This is cover B. I thought this was amazing. The Keanu Reeves and Matt Kint story. I don't know whichever one calls it. Excuse me, I'm not really going to open it up. We're just going to bust through it. This is a really short video now that I'm looking at the time. That's okay. So it opens up to like his memories again, and how we learned in issue number 2 that he was born into almost like a tribe or like a native kind of thing. And then he learned that he doesn't exactly have a name, but he gets called something, and it's a newt. It's UNUTE, which means weapon or tool. And in this series, we learn that when he was young, or at his youngest state, when they were like going and ripping through other villages and stuff to secure their own village and hold down all of the land. They live in a valley. They call it a valley. You learn that he has like emotions and everything, and he doesn't want to do it anymore. And his father is the one who actually pushes him to do it all. His mother, who prayed for a son, or prayed for, in issue 2, she prayed for like safety or something, or protection, and that's what they got, was her son was this guy. You know, like I said, I'll call him Anut. That's not going to be his name throughout, I think. I think we're going to learn his name. But, so anyways, we learn he shows more violence. He just goes ripping through village after village. At one point, his father sends him into, like a civilization with him and 2 other warriors. And they end up going and killing who they needed to, which seemed like the leaders of everything, and they surprised them. They walked in like it was going to be nothing. But at the end of the day, he got so violent and so angry thinking about what his dad said when he left like the temple, or the palace, the castle, whatever you want to call it, that they had, where he ended up taking down the leaders of that village. He looked around and they say, "What do we do now?" And he goes, "Father said no survivors," and he went and killed all the regular civilians in the village. So he killed the men, the women, the children, everybody that was left, slaughtered. It was really sick. And it's pretty cool because the whole time the story is being narrated, and it's being narrated by the doctor who's taking care of him, trying to get him to remember things, which I thought was awesome. So we don't really see a newer version of him. We only see the old version of him. Something I don't like about these stories so far, besides issue number 1, is the covers. They don't have much to do with the story, which I think a lot of us don't like, which is okay. Cover 3 of this was 2 versions of him. It looked like the future and the past, kind of, so I was okay with that one, but I like this cover better in general, of course not knowing what was going to be inside of it yet. But so it's pretty sick that this guy, you know, being called like weapon and tool, you know, he figured out that it hurts. And then alongside of this also, he realizes that he was only born to his mother. So he's talking to the guy he calls father, and he goes, "Who is my father?" And he said, "I am." And he goes, "I know you didn't, you know, give birth to me with my mother." And then it goes towards the end, and you see that lightning strikes, and they're struck twice. And it's like kind of the sign that what's going to happen is he was kind of just like created out of nowhere. Just like when lightning strikes, you know, you don't expect it, there it hits, and then there he just was, and he, you know, grew at such a faster rate and everything, and he's going through this program, and the person who is in charge of everything told the doctor, you know, what, do you have to up his medicine or down his medicine? Because at the end of his missions, I don't even remember, they give him these blue and red pills. At this one, he gets given 2. I don't remember how many he was given initially, if it was 1 or 4, but that's like his new dose. So we'll see what that does for the storyline, because it's either going to make him remember more or remember less. My guess and my future predictions in this is going to be that he's going to start remembering more, and I think that's going to bring in a lot of hard times, because he doesn't seem to age all that much, or just like not die. He just seems eternal. So we'll see how it goes from there. I think the story is really good. I do think that Matt Kine is writing it. I think that Keanu Reeves came up with the idea. Makes sense, obviously, that way, but that's my vibe on it so far. I'm really enjoying it. They're very fast reads because there's not much. This one definitely had the most dialogue, if you're asking me, and the most like productive dialogue, where we learned so much more about the story and where it could go, where it's gonna go, stuff like that. So, and a little bit some character development, which I think is awesome. You know, the mom and dad conflicting. You know, the dad needs him to do more and to fight and to, you know, protect them in the way that he thinks they're gonna do this, and the mom doesn't want him doing it anymore. And like I said, you learn that the character doesn't want to keep doing it, but it's just in his blood. So it's almost like a Witcher thing, where, I don't know if you guys know anything about this, but like Geralt the Witcher, I'm reading this book, they say that when he kills, it's just like it's the best blessed feeling he has, and I have a feeling that it's the same way for this guy that we'll call a Newt. So, like I said, I'm hoping that's not really his name. I don't think it's going to be, but based off like the tribe he's from and everything, that's what he's called for now. So, we'll see where it goes. So, like I said, everything was an A. Legends of the Dark Knight 2, Silver City 2, Berserker 3, Venom 200 or 35, and Planet Size X-Men 1, which was a one-shot, was a B. For me. So let me know what your read of the week was. Let me know if you guys liked any of these stories. Let me know what else you picked up, because I didn't get a lot this week. And yeah, that's all I got for you. So thanks for hanging out. Give a like if you enjoyed the video. Stay safe. Enjoy your comics.